Mariah Carey is on the cover of People magazine, and it is a pretty shocking revelation. She revealed that she has a diagnosis of bipolar 2 disorder. And the crazy thing is Mariah was actually diagnosed with bipolar in 2001. So bipolar 2 disorder causes periods of depression mixed with periods of mild hyperactivity. She said that for years she would have a form of mania that caused her to have sleepless nights and constantly worry about letting people down. Here's a quote from the article in People magazine. Quote, "Until recently, I lived in denial and isolation and in constant fear someone would expose me. It was too heavy a burden to carry and I simply couldn't do that anymore. I sought and received treatment. I put positive people around me, and I got back to doing what I love, writing songs and making music." So Mariah does have a new album that is set to be released soon, so I'm assuming that's the music that she's talking about. Again, Mariah originally had this diagnosis in 2001. If you don't remember, 2001 was a crazy year for Mariah. She had a number of very erratic appearances. You know, the one that people usually think about is the TRL episode where she kind of surprised Carson Daly and she brought all this ice cream out and she was acting very, very strangely. So at the time, Mariah said that she had exhaustion and that was the reason why she was having all these very odd appearances. But now we actually know that she had a diagnosis. But she says that it actually took her almost 20 years to get treatment. She was in denial. She started to self-medicate with alcohol. You know, with bipolar, it's like your mind is constantly going, so you have to use anything to numb it out if you're not going to therapy and if you're not taking medication for the disorder. Morgan Carey actually spilled tea that Mariah was diagnosed with bipolar. This was years ago, but Mariah denied it. And I'm not going to put the clip in of him. I don't think that that is right to out somebody for anything, for their sexual orientation, for a mental health disorder. Let that person be the one to let people know what's going on. I'm really proud of Mariah for coming out with this announcement, but it also makes me wonder how many people took advantage of Mariah's mental state over the years. I mean, it's been since 2001 she hasn't gotten treatment, and we know that people have come in and out of Mariah's life since then. I'm also a little confused as to why Mariah decided to release all of this info right now. I mean, at this point, she says that she's getting treatment, she's doing better. She could have let it go. Nobody would have had to know. My theory is that somebody, maybe her former manager Stella, somebody had this information or had some type of receipts and they're getting ready to leak. And so Mariah said, let me go to People magazine, because People magazine is like PR for celebrities. People magazine is where the celebrities go when they want to do positive PR for themselves. And so maybe she said, let me go to People magazine, do a whole cover story on it, say it the way that I want to say it before somebody comes out and leaks it and puts their own spin on it. That's my theory. We'll see. I personally, Mariah's a diva, and I think that Mariah is pretty private, and so I don't know if she would really choose to put this information out there unless somebody was going to put it out there first. I personally think that she would take that diagnosis and that information to the grave if she could. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will check you in the next video.